Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Today it is the 30th of December 2020, which means there's only one day left of this year. Thank God. What a awful, strange, bizarre year it has been in 2020. And that is of course because of coronavirus, this horrible disease that has spread itself pretty much through every single country on this planet. You know, if you haven't been affected by COVID this year, then you must be living underneath a rock or living on a tiny little island in the middle of the ocean. It really has affected all of our lives. You know, it's prevented us from going clubbing, going to the restaurants that we like to go to, going to bars, seeing our loved ones, watching our loved ones or friends get married, seeing our loved ones or friends get buried at funerals, for example. It really has affected pretty much all of our lives on a everyday basis. But things are on the up. We now have vaccines which are being distributed around the world. So things are starting to look a lot brighter going into 2021. Now, I'm sure that you're probably wanting to hear about the incident with my car that occurred yesterday. And just before I get into that, I just wanted to thank all of you guys personally. Being the director here at Daily Market Movements, it has been a tremendous year. Many of us have been stuck at home on our laptops, on our computers, and Daily Market Movements is fortunate enough to have grown tremendously throughout 2020 due to everyone, you know, just being stuck online and wanting to learn to invest. So we have grown our fan base significantly in 2020. So I just want to thank every single one of you who's currently watching this video, who's been supporting our videos. For those who like our videos, for those who've subscribed to our videos, just a massive thank you for supporting this channel. This will sadly be the last trading vlog that I'll be posting in 2020, but don't worry guys, there's going to be plenty more in 2021. Even this morning, I just picked up some brand new keys. I think I've got them in my pocket. Here we go. Brand new keys to my future barbershop. So it's a blank canvas at the moment, just like the beauty salon. For those who haven't seen the vlog that we just did about opening the beauty salon, you should go and check that out. It's on our channel. But I've just picked up the keys for a empty shop. It used to be an old flooring shop, and I'm going to be converting that into a barbershop over the next couple of months. So we should hopefully have it open by March 2021. So many exciting things to come next year, of course. But sadly, I must first get something very horrible out of the way. I'm sure that you already know about it, of course, because you've read the title of this video. But yesterday I come to work, you know, it was a normal day. I was here in the office by myself. You know, we're currently under lockdown here, just outside of London. So we're only really allowed to leave the house for essential needs only, or if you're going to work. So I was the only one here in the office yesterday. I come in, it was just a normal day. I was doing my videos, I uploaded them on YouTube for you guys. And then I was driving home, and because of lockdown, that means a lot of the car wash companies have had to shut down. So my car has been filthy. And you know, I'm very busy on a day-to-day basis, and I really haven't got time to be cleaning my car during the week. So there's this automatic car wash, which is just roughly 3 minutes away from my house. And I thought, you know what, on the way home today, I'm going to quickly nip into this car wash. And you know, this isn't the first time I've taken my car to get cleaned here. I do go quite often, maybe once or twice a week. So I thought I would just quickly nip into the car wash, get my car cleaned, so it was looking all nice and shiny, and then carry on driving home. Now, for those who don't know what car I currently drive, I recently bought my dream car. You know, I love cars. I always have loved cars. Unfortunately, this year, due to the growth of Daily Market Movements and my success in trading, of course, I've been fortunate enough to treat myself to my dream car. And I've always admired and loved Audi R8s. And 2 months ago, I filmed a vlog. If you go onto my YouTube channel, you should easily be able to find that vlog where I drove up to Manchester and I bought my dream car. It was an Audi R8. I fell in love with it at first sight, put a deposit down, and a month later, I went up and collected the car. I've been driving it now for 2 months. So I do use that car as a day-to-day car, you know, coming back and forth to work. You know, many people keep nice cars in storage during the winter, especially here in the UK. There's many potholes in the road. It's raining all the times. But what's the point owning a car if you're not going to drive it? You know, cars were made to be driven. So I use my car as a day-to-day car, and I absolutely love driving it every single day. You know, I start my day every day the best way possible, and that's by driving an Audi R8. So I took my car to the car wash, as I was mentioning before. And this car wash, I've never had any issues. What you do is it's contactless payment, so it doesn't, you're not coming into contact with anyone. That's why it's still able to be open during tier 4. So you just simply choose what option you want. There's 3 different options: £3, £5, and an £8 car wash. So I chose the £5 car wash, went to tap my card, accepted my money. I went into the car wash, and it tells you where to stop. There's like sensors and stuff, so it knows the size of your vehicle. And I've never ever had this issue ever before, but the car wash just didn't work. It just wasn't working. It was telling me to stop in a certain position inside the actual car wash, and but it just wasn't working. The water wasn't coming out. It didn't even start to clean my car. So then I was thinking, just my luck. There was a car in it just before me, and it was working perfectly fine. But it's taken my money, and now it's decided to break. Typical. So I tried to call the company, but they weren't even picking up their phone. So I was in my car, inside the car wash, and obviously I didn't want to kind of open the car door just in case the car wash then decided to work and I would have been stuck outside my car, or the water would have sprayed inside the car. So I was just sat there for about 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, about 10 minutes later, all of a sudden the car machine started to work. So fantastic. That took about roughly 2 minutes, and then as I pulled out of the car wash with the Audi R8, there's no rear wiper. I'm sure many of you know this, but with the R8, one of the coolest features of the car is that it has a glass panel at the back. Now, with most cars, of course, the engine is at the front of the car, but with the Audi R8, the engine is at the back of the car. So they've got a glass panel where you can actually see through the glass and see the engine, which I love. It's it's one of my favorite features on that car. But what tends to happen whenever water hits that glass, it's like a condensation, and that then blocks the rear view of the car. But there's like a rear AC that you can then put on the dashboard, and then that helps clear up the condensation on the rear screen, so you're able to then see it out the back of it. So as I pulled out of the car wash, you then arrive at T junction to get back onto the main road, and that main road is a national speed limit. So here in the UK, that's 60 miles per hour on a single carriageway. What happened is I approached the T junction, and I looked to my right hand side to see if a vehicle was coming, and there was nothing. And then as I went to look towards the left side, I noticed that my rear view was like fogging up with the condensation from the car wash. So then I quickly switched on my rear AC, and then once I did that, I then looked towards my left side, and there was a bus arriving. It wasn't that close, but I thought to myself, I don't really want to get stuck behind a bus, especially on a country road. I'll be stuck behind it for the next 5 minutes, and it'll just be driving very slow. So I thought, right, I want to get out in front of that bus. But what I forgot to do, and it was completely my mistake, I forgot to double check on the right hand side. And as I pulled out, there was another vehicle, and sadly it hit me pretty much head on my left hand side of my vehicle. And what actually happened, it was an old lady. She was 65 years old, and she tried her best to swerve out of the way, but she just clipped my vehicle on the left hand side, as I just mentioned, and she ended up trying to swerve away from the bus, and she ended up exiting the road from the right hand side and ending up crashing into like a bush. So, you can imagine I was absolutely gutted. I was in complete shock. I was just like, oh my God, I wish I could just wind back the clock. Just 10 seconds. It was such a rookie mistake. You should always double check both sides twice, at least minimum. It's something that I was taught to do by my driving instructor. And I was just so angry at myself that I didn't check. I could have got either myself, someone who was walking past, or the other driver, of course, really, really badly hurt. But fortunately, the old lady, she was absolutely fine. She was more upset about the damage to her car, and I myself and that poor lady, we left without even a scratch on our body. So I'm so grateful that we're still healthy and none of us got hurt. But of course, it's such a shame for both of our cars. Unfortunately, the 65-year-old lady, her car was a write-off because the front axle and the tyre just got completely smashed in. So it would have cost more money for the insurance company to fix the car than to just pay it out. So they paid her out. And then with my vehicle, it was very, very, very stressful, because obviously the accident happened early evening, and I had to wait the whole night last night to find out whether my car was going to get scrapped or whether they were able to fix it. And I was rather hopeful that they would be able to fix it. And this morning I did get a phone call, and I'm very fortunate that they can fix my car. And that's only due to the fact the engine on the Audi R8 is located at the back and not the front of the vehicle. So here is a picture of my car. As you can see, there's a huge chunk missing out of the left side of the vehicle, and that's where my headlight got completely ripped out. I think that they've taken a chunk out of the radiator as well, because I had a lot of engine coolant leaking from the vehicle, and of course my front bumper has just been completely demolished. It was just, it's smashed into fragments which were all over the roads. And then here is another picture of my car. This is of course from a side angle, and you can just see where she has just clipped the left-hand side and just completely demolished the front left-hand side of my car. But very fortunate for me is that it didn't affect the axle or the chassis or the wheels. If it would have touched the wheels or bent the wheels, because of course the Audi R8 is a four-wheel drive, then the car would have been a complete write-off. So it missed it only by a couple of centimeters. So I'm extremely fortunate that my car is able to be repaired. But going home last night, I was absolutely devastated, not just for myself because of my car. It's something I've been working for my whole life. I've just bought my dream car, but of course for the poor lady whose car got written off as well. And I am so sorry for her and her car. But at the same time, cars can be fixed, they can be replaced, but our bodies can't. So I'm just so grateful that I myself and her are still well and healthy, because it could have been a lot worse. I'm not too worried about the car can get fixed. The old lady can get a new car with the money that my insurance company has of course paid out to her. But if we were to lose an arm, to lose a leg, or even worse, to lose our lives, that cannot be fixed or replaced. So I'm extremely grateful that, we left that accident without a scratch on our bodies. Soon after we crashed, of course, we had to call the police, and the police just came out to give my statement, and the old lady had to give hers. Then we had the recovery vehicles come and picked up. Here's a video of my vehicle getting towed away. And, at this moment in time, I was just in complete shock. I've only been driving this car for 2 months, guys. And the worst thing was I wasn't driving dangerously. I was just literally pulling out of a car wash. But, I also thought to myself that this crash was meant to happen because, this car wash has never ever broken down on me ever before. And, yesterday it decided to break down for 10 minutes exactly. And then from that moment when that car wash machine decided to all of a sudden work, and then for my car to leave that car wash at that time, and then for that old lady to leave her house when she did, and for us to collide like that to me is a sign. That's just God potentially humbling me down, just saying to me that, you're not Superman, and to just be humble. So earlier on today, I did actually go and pay the crash scene another visit. So here is a video of me explaining in more detail what actually happened, just so you can have a better image in your head. So I've just returned to the scene where the crash happened. I was pulling out of here, and her car come along, and as I went to go into the left lane, she swerved, and obviously she clipped me on the left front of the car, and that is where her car ended up, in the bushes. Took all the mud out, everything, so not good at all. And as I mentioned before, her car was a complete write-off. And there it is, the car wash that cost me my car. The bloody, if that car wash did not break down, I would have escaped yesterday with my car in one piece. But oh well, everything happens for a reason. So there you go, guys. As I mentioned, it was quite bad, especially where that lady exited the road and ended up in the bush. It could have ended a lot worse than what it did. So extremely grateful. And you have to learn from these mistakes in life. No one's perfect. We all have accidents, and yesterday it was my turn. It's just like trading in a way. Everyone has a bad day. You have to learn from those bad days to then become a better trader. And maybe that's what I have to do with my driving. I have to learn from days like yesterday to become a better driver. But as I mentioned before, at least myself and that old lady are still well and healthy, and the cars can be replaced, but it is very heartbreaking. I've only been driving that car for 2 months. I've absolutely adored every single day driving it, and it's already in the garage. It hurts my heart, but we'll get it fixed. We will get it fixed. But I thought I would just share that story with you guys. The majority of my trading vlogs are always happy videos. They're always about me achieving something, or acquiring a new shop, or successfully closing a huge trade. But it wouldn't be fair if I only just shared the good stuff. And I thought it would be right for me to share the bad things that happened to me, and of course the businesses as well. So that's something I will be doing in 2021. I want this channel to be very, very genuine. If I have any struggles with any of my businesses, with daily market movements, with trading, I want to film it, vlog it, and share it with you guys, because I'm sure there's many of you out there who could potentially learn from my mistakes. So that's exactly what I want to do. But enough of that story now. I want to get back to the positives. 2020 is coming to an end, and we're about to start 2021. So you have to always try and focus on the positives of every single situation. You gotta laugh, otherwise you'll cry. As long as you learn from your mistakes, you will always become a better person. So 2021 is on the horizon. My car will get fixed. I'll get it back. We're just about to open the barber shop as well, so I want to get that up and running for March, as I mentioned at the start of this video. I'm looking to expand daily market movements even bigger. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you once again to everyone who has supported our channel. It means the world to us, so thank you very much. If you haven't yet done so, please subscribe to our channel. It would mean the world, and I'm sure that we can help you along the way. But guys, thank you very much. Have a fantastic new year, and hopefully 2021 will be your year, and it'll be a lot better than 2020. So be safe, guys. Stay hungry but humble. Thank you.